Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tempcast, the number one GBA Temp podcast, the only GBA Temp podcast. There are no other GBA Temp podcasts. And today I'm going to start the show with an apology. I'd like to apologize for last week's episode where I used something called artificial intelligence in order to create the thumbnail. Now, I know that that's a bad thing. I know using AI is terrible for artists, and basically I took away the job from the artist who previously did the thumbnails for the podcast, and I apologize for that. But to my defense, I was a little bit in a hurry because I had to get the podcast out. We had no thumbnail, and Adobe just canceled my Photoshop license, so I wasn't able to make a good thumbnail in time. And you know, it was actually Eric Zander's idea to use AI for this. And he just said, you know, just use AI to steal the jobs from the artists and make a thumbnail. And you know what? At the time, it sounded like a good idea. And I did that and I posted it and it was a mistake. And I'm sorry. And from now on, we will never be using AI on this podcast ever. It's never going to happen. All right. And I'd just like for all of you to accept my apology.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I think the pressure was just so real in the moment. And, you know, the last thing we wanted was to leave people with nothing. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough balance, especially since I still really miss Charlie Kirk. It's like every time we do something, I just feel like his absence is hanging over it. But I appreciate you being open about this. And I think we're going to rebuild trust with everyone by just being really transparent.
Thank you, Jordan. Now, Jordan recently transitioned. That was a very nice segment from Jordan. But, you know, I think, Jordan, you're a little bit in a hurry right now. You're like, you won't be able to be with us through the entire podcast. Is that true?
Yeah, that's right. I'm actually, I've got a video shoot later today I really can't miss. So I'm going to kind of have to dip out halfway. But, you know, I'm still here now and I'll be ready for any last minute stuff before I go.
Okay, thank you. It was nice talking to you again, Jordan, after all these years.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really great catching up and I'm really excited to see how this episode lands. So yeah, take care and we'll talk soon.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
It's nice. It's nice having him or her. I don't know. I wasn't expecting him to be a her. Anyways, what happened in the gaming community this past week? A lot of things, actually. And we'll start off with the state of play, which Krista covered on GBA Temp, right?
Oh my gosh, I might have. Possibly. I don't remember. It was so boring. I fell asleep halfway through.
That's true. I didn't even end up watching it. I think that I just went onto gbatemp.net, not .com.
Whoa, .com.
Yeah, I went. Yeah, and don't go to .com. You guys know, don't do that. And then I think that I just saw what Krista wrote, and I was like, oh, that looks great. Up until we got to the best part, which was God of War Luffy.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Too bad they have a woman. We don't like women here.
No, really, not at all.
With that's why we all decided to wake up at 4 a.m. to record a podcast because it was the only way to get the real grill on.
Yeah, Steven is best grill.
Yes.
Yeah, no, PlayStation State of Play wasn't great. It's just, wasn't it like an hour of Wolverine, which is neat. And then Rayman Legends, which, by the way, that was a really good fucking game. But it looks like this new one doesn't even look as good, in my opinion. I don't know.
No, I don't think so either. Like, the whole thing was like that little watercolor storybook art was so perfect. And you've got like I think the level is that Castle Rock one, the one where you're like jumping specifically to the music and it's like perfectly synced up in the original, and it's so good. And then you watch the State of Play one and it's like it's a weird angle, so it doesn't look as like seamlessly timed. It's like tilted a little bit and it doesn't feel like it fits. The art doesn't look as good. It doesn't look as polished. It's like Did anyone ask for this? When I was covering it, as I was typing, I'm like, oh my gosh, new Rayman game. And
Nope.
then like 5 seconds passed, and I was like, wait a minute, I think I've seen this level before. And then I saw the Castle Rock level, and I was like, oh, come on. Why are we doing Legends again? Did anyone ask for this?
No. All the people want is Assassin's Creed 1 remade, but no. They just go ahead and do Rayman, which by the way is still, you could, I mean, it was out on the PS4. You could still play the original one, and it's good. I don't see the reason for a remake of this. Make a new game, that's fine, but yeah, this is just weird. Maybe, I mean, I think I read somewhere that at least somebody's theory was that they're remaking this one to give the new dev team, I don't know, they're saying, hey, this is how it should be done. So when you make the sequel, this is how levels should work. But based on what I saw from the trailer, and like you said, with the Castle Rock little area, it's like, I don't know if this is going to be the remake that we want.
No, I have zero interest in any. They already knocked it out of the park with the first one. I don't know that I want to revisit a worse looking version of Rayman Legends. Like, I already played that game. It was already good. Thanks.
I've only seen like 2 reveals, which was the Wolverine trailer, which looks like slop. I'm sorry. But I'm not a big Wolverine fan. But Insomniac, okay, they can do Spider-Man, but Wolverine is not like a particular character that I'm interested in playing. And just looking from the gameplay, it looks like it's running on the same principles as the Spider-Man game, which is weird because you have Wolverine jumping on roofs and then like selecting NPCs to attack to jump from a roof to attack. I've never seen him do that in any of the movies, honestly. So I don't know. And also, he's too tall. I think he's too tall in this game. He needs to be smaller. He needs to be shorter. And also, the game, it just looks like we've gotten to a point where games look realistic. Like they've got full detail and whatnot, 4K. And yeah, that looks good, but I feel like you're losing style with that. It's not as stylized. It just looks like a game. It looks generic. You know what I mean?
I mean, it just looks like more Arkham City, really. Not even just in far as the looks, but it's just Arkham City all over again, which is what Spider-Man 1 was, and which was what Spider-Man 2 was. And here we are again with that same, like, I don't even know. At this point, it just all feels like Arkham City clones all the way down.
Yeah, but Arkham City, it's a good game, so I'm okay with that aspect of it. I liked the combat in Arkham City. I know that that's a controversial opinion, but it's my opinion, so it's true.
You boo yourself.
But the thing is,
why are you booing me? I'm right.
I am right, but the thing is, at least the Arkham games, it had like a specific style to it. You know, it was set during the night, and it was in some of the games, I think it was Christmas, and others it was Halloween. It was like, it's got an atmosphere. This doesn't have an atmosphere. The thing is, when Insomniac did Spider-Man, they captured the feeling of New York City quite well, I believe, as somebody who's never been there. But I think it's you feel like you're Spider-Man. You feel like you're in New York, which is a cool vibe. I don't get the vibe from Wolverine, and I know I'm probably nitpicking. If the game's good, I'll buy it. I'll just say it. But what I am interested in, though, is God of War Laufey, which is people have been very, very split up because of this game. Some people are very excited for the new Santa Monica God of War game. Other people are misogynists and incels.
I was gonna say, if you're seeing things split up, it's just because you're hanging on GBA Temp a little too much, because I thought it looked great.
It's been 4 years and we're still doing this shit, this God of woke, complaining about like women. This is still going on?
It's not even a situation where they're like, oh, well, you know what? We're just we decided that Kratos, we're just going to take this in a different direction. We're going to kill Kratos off in the first, 5 minutes, and then we're just going to replace him with this other character that nobody's. It's like, no, this all makes sense. This is a sequel. It's not a prequel. It follows the story of somebody who we learn a lot about within the first. Well, I don't want to say the first 2 games. I want to say the latest 2 games, because everybody forgets that there's other God of War games that you gotta play before you play God of War 2016. You gotta play them first.
You can watch a YouTube video, but
oh my God, he's just doing this to fuck with me. That's all he ever does. All he ever does is he just says this shit and he doesn't even mean it. And then I take it seriously. And this is why I just stopped doing this for 4 years. And I had to go to therapy. And I had to go and say, it's like, this fucking guy, he just says stuff just to fucking get on my nerves. And he's like, oh, Kingdom Hearts, it doesn't matter. It's just, he says all Final Fantasy games are the same. It's just he doesn't know what he's fucking talking about. He's a mod. He's gay. It's just like, just don't let him get to you. Just don't let him get to you. That's what they tell me. And I say, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Hey guys, how about we record a podcast at 4 a.m.? Alan John's not going to be fucking nuts. He's not going to try to piss you off or anything. Anyway, sorry guys. I was having big feelings there. Anyway, you guys should really play God of War Greek before you play God of War Thor.
I played God of War 1 and I played God of War 1 and I didn't like either.
All right, so Chris is just going to come on here and piss you off. Don't let her do it. Steven's the only one that you could trust now. Wait, no, Steven fucking quit Kingdom Hearts 1 in the middle of it because he was like, this was fucking stupid. All right, you hate all of these people. Why are you even here? Hey guys, I'm back.
Hey.
What were we talking about? I'm crying. I'm crying, actually.
Why?
That's nuts. I don't know. I just really like God of War.
It's good. It's a good game. I loved the original, the 2018. I loved it.
God of War is just another Arkham City clone. Prove me wrong.
No. Okay. No. That's not okay. That's just rage baiting. Okay. The thing is, here's the thing. They're going to remake the original trilogy, and it's going to be done by Santa Monica. So I'll finally have the chance to play like the Greek saga, which is a good thing.
It's great they're remaking the original trilogy. Thank goodness, because that's where there's a man protagonist.
Yes.
And the games are playable.
I love men. I like playing as men, with men. Here's the thing. I'm not against like them taking the saga into a different direction. I'm actually for it because I was kind of lucky that I got into God of War right before Ragnarok, the second game of the Norse saga, came out, which allowed me not to wait like 6 years between, the installations. And it was pretty cool because I basically finished God of War 1, like 2018 one, and then got to play God of War 2, the 2023, 24 one, I can't remember. But it was like 3 months in between. But I'll be honest, by the time I finished Ragnarok, I was tired of playing with Kratos because we've got 2 games of that. That's like 120 hours of Kratos gameplay uninterrupted. It's like he every time he makes an attack, he makes a noise. Like if you play that game again, you can listen to it. Every time it's tiresome. And it's the same like axe weapon, which is cool. It's a good weapon, the axe. I think Eric can agree that the axe is better than the Blades of Chaos, right?
The axe is very good, as are the Blades of Chaos.
And canonically, Kratos prefers the axe. He says that.
Well,
in the second
Okay,
game.
yeah, you know why? It's because when he had the Blades of Chaos, he was like Zeus. And he was in his he was in his emo phase back then.
Yeah, I was always confused why he hated his dad.
It's spoilers for God of War 2, 1995.
They actually they covered that in the first one, so it's anyways. Yeah. He
Not in the
meets
first
his
game.
dad in the afterlife in Helheim.
Yeah, well, back in my day, he met his uncle in hell in Hades, and his uncle Hades in Hades. You see, there's a place called Hades, and then there's a dude called Hades.
Okay.
And yeah, it's you know where else Hades is? Kingdom Hearts.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because of Hercules, right?
Hercules. Yep.
Hercules with Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Well, he didn't play Hercules.
That's a shame.
He played. That would have been really funny. Yeah, that would have been good. Yeah. So no, you said after you played 2 Kratos games in a row, you kind of got a little bit tired of him. Have you tried playing 8 Kratos games in a row?
Are there 8 Kratos games?
How many God of War games are there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, there's Ghost of Sparta.
Yeah, I think there's 8.
There's Ascension,
Chains of Olympus.
Chains of Olympus. Yeah.
Yep, and then the other, and then 1, 2, and 3. So that's 6, and then 7, 8. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wow, that is a lot of Kratos games. I love that Sony Santa Monica was just like, can we make one game without Kratos? And every person was like, no, we don't like innovation. I love it because we're like talking about like, oh great, Wolverine is just Spider-Man 3, which is Arkham Knight 5. Boy, oh boy, I'm so excited to play the same game. And then Sony Santa Monica is just like, we've made really good games our entire lives. We've never really failed. Like, does the industry want to trust us? Do we have like a track record to pull from of making only quality games? And no one could care. Not a single person could care because they're too busy being like, the woman is protagonist. Also, she's ugly.
Yeah, people complaining about her being ugly are what the fuck is wrong? Deborah Ann Wall is a beautiful woman. And I don't say this a lot, but she's attractive.
She has exactly one wrinkle in her face, and therefore no one can interact with her in society. She has one wrinkle in her face, and that's just, as a woman, no, you can't. You can't be imperfect. Oh, baby.
Nice. You guys remember when Horizon 2 was announced?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, they made her ugly. It's like, did they? I don't, what? I don't think so. I think that they just made her look more like, oh, the graphics are better now. So
remember when they made The Last of Us Part 2 and they were like, oh, they made her ugly. It always happens. They always find a way to be like, oh my gosh, if you zoom in at 300% on the box art, did you know the woman is ugly? Therefore, this is a 3 out of 10 game. It's insane. And it's not like I care a single whit about The Last of Us or Horizon. Like, I don't even care. But the fact that everyone is just like, these games are bad because the woman looks bad, so I can't really play with it. And I don't know, man. You look at other video game protagonists and you see like, you play as like a shambling zombie in Dark Souls and everybody loves that. And people are like, oh, no, that's the whole point of Dark Souls is you're supposed to look ugly.
Yes.
It's like you don't go into the game being like, you don't pick up the game at GameStop and you're like, oh, I understand the plot. You're supposed to be reviving your body. So I intrinsically understand that my character isn't going to look conventionally attractive. But when you look at God of War Laufey, they're like, oh my gosh, she's not like the hottest woman I've ever seen. So I need to hate on this game. and assume that the gameplay is bad
Now
and
I
sad.
understand why Alan John loves Dark Souls so much. He's like, I get to relate to the main character.
Yeah, I guess. You know, you talked about you
had to think for a second.
You talked about like people complaining about, you know, the women not being hot enough, and mostly these are people who are comparing like the females in the games, like in Western games, in the Japanese, you know, the Eastern, you know, the Asian ones, the Chinese hentai games like Stellar Blade and Resident Evil, where the devs managed to actually get the woman. Like, I don't know if it's conventionally attractive. I don't know. It does look a little bit better. So it's, I don't know. Maybe it's just that they have a different style and whatnot, or they're applying like additional layers of makeup to the model or something like that. But this is just something that I've noticed in Japanese games, like Death Stranding. Recently came out like a couple of months ago, or maybe a year ago. I honestly can't remember. But Death Stranding 2 came out. They had Ellie Fanning and her feet in the game, and it was really high fidelity. All the female player models in that game were really, really, dare I say it, attractive. All of them. And speaking of Japanese games with attractive female characters, Paper Mario has been ported to the PC thanks to a new homebrew community project. Krista, you reported on this on GBA Temp. What do you have to say?
I didn't report on this on GBA Temp. Yeah.
Somebody did.
Somebody did. Who knows? Yeah, so another decompilation. This one is a recompilation, so I'm pretty sure it's using like it might be using AI.
No. Ooh.
Oh, I know some people.
But the important thing is that, so this one I think is called Paper Mario Recut, or maybe that's just the PC port. I'm not 100% sure, but this one's the recompilation. Meanwhile, using the like decompiled assets, Harbor Masters, who made the Ship of Harkinian, Ocarina, and Majora ports, are working on Paper Mario. So that'll be out
let's just wait
soon.
for those guys.
Yeah. So, I mean, not to disregard the efforts, but I mean, I think the recut Paper Mario edition on PC is like kind of a little janky. I'm pretty sure it can't get widescreen functioning, which I feel like if you can't get widescreen functioning at that point, you're just better off emulating your copy.
Hey, ChatGPT, how do I make this widescreen? There we go. Now it's widescreen.
The thing is that I think if I understand the technology correctly, once you're able to port things natively to a system, that's when you can get like even more intricate with the graphic system, the visual system, and you could do something like implement RTX, ray tracing. That's what they did with the Super Mario 64 port. They added like better models to it, and they added ray tracing, and you can't do that necessarily with a emulator, if I believe. So are we going to get Paper Mario with HDR, RTX, 4K, 60 FPS lighting? Is that going to happen, Steven?
I forgot Steven was here.
Yeah, I was not ready for that. I wanted to see if I could go the entire podcast without saying anything.
It's like Steven so far has had less lines than Jordan.
I don't know I don't understand how if this is a native PC port, they can't get widescreen working, because that seems like it's the whole point, like you said. So I don't know why they made this.
You're good with computers.
No, I couldn't get my headset working.
It only took an hour
to decide to use the old shitty microphone.
Yeah. By the way, last week's episode just doesn't count. This is the real revival one. That last one that wasn't canon. That was
AI.
like that was a dream sequence. This is the real revival. That last episode wasn't part of the original manga.
The dream sequence.
No, God, Jesus Christ, that's canon. It's important. Let's put it this way. In Alan John terms, that last episode was the Kingdom Hearts recoded of the GBA Temp podcast. Okay, it's like it's there, but like, yeah, you don't really have to deal with any of it. So,
can you explain it in Dark Souls terms?
So that one was ugly. Well, no, in Dark Souls terms, that was the pretty one. That was the pretty episode. This is the ugly episode. That was the Bloodborne of Dark
This
Souls.
Is the ugly episode because there's a woman on it.
Oh God! Oh, you know what? And the only reason, so half the people have already decided that they're not going to listen to this one. Because you know, back in my day, it just used to be Alan John and Steven and Alexander, and now they're adding this woman just to try to boost their view count, and all these simps decide to wake up at 4 a.m. to do a podcast because it's the only time that worked for
It's
her.
not true. Krista's been here from day 2, not day 1, but day 2. She's been here like on early episodes.
I'm talking about real back in the day. You guys remember when they turned Lara Croft into a man in Uncharted?
Uncharted, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's another Sony game.
Oh God, see? Exactly. I prefer the Girl Crash Bandicoot. His sister, who's a minor, Alan John.
I'm sorry. I did not know that. Your Honor.
It's true. It's true. So let's see. Moving on. All right. Here. Just going up the list. Okay. How gamers can optimize video files for sharing and store. Oh wait, no. Let's not do that one.
What are you reading? What are you?
Oh no. I'm reading a post from GBA Temp. How gamers can optimize video files for sharing and storage. Shouldn't we talk about that?
No, we shouldn't. It's on the front page. Anybody who's interested should definitely give it a read. But we have a topic list. Okay. It's on the Google Docs.
Okay. All right. Well, what's not on the Google Docs is Summer's Game Fest, which we must talk about later. But we'll talk. We got to
tease that. Yeah, we can't blow that topic this early.
Yeah. So here, if you want to censor what I just said, that's fine. But what else does Tempbot post? We had a Tempbot way before. All right, bots were cool. So, what are we talking about, Steven?
Steam Deck costing way too much money.
That's insane,
Jesus Christ. I forgot. Yeah. Because that happened. Okay. This is how I know people don't actually listen to the podcast, is because you go to the last episode and everybody's just talking about the Steam Deck. And it's like, guys, we didn't talk about the Steam Deck. What are you?
Valve has drastically increased the price of the Steam Deck OLED by up to $300. That's what Gemini says. Oh shit, I used AI. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, just stop the recording. It's over. We're never getting past this.
It's $1,000 now. That's oof. I don't know.
Yeah, is that the base model that's $949, or is that at least like the 1 terabyte model?
I think that's the 1 terabyte one.
Yeah.
The base model is that didn't increase in price as much, but now I have, because I have the original LED screen one with, I think is mine might be the 512 gigabyte, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure I just got the most basic model. And now I'm gonna flip it, because I'm like, you know what, guys, this has got to go up in price. So luckily, because apparently what happened is after they announced this price increase and it went into effect, they still sold out, and so people were like, "See, it's okay that Valve did this, because they're still selling the units." I just want you all to know that's because I bought every single unit, and I am going to sell them for $1,500 because if think about it. It's not like people get mad about it. But what I did is I bought them all. I'm going to sell them for $1,500. And in my defense, if I do that, I get $500 a piece.
Okay.
And then I take that $500 a piece, and I now I have that. So it's actually a good thing.
That's a pretty good. I can't.
Business strategy.
People aren't thinking about it. They're not thinking about it right.
At first I was really against what you were doing, but once I understood that you were trying to gain a profit from it, that's when I understood.
Good. Yeah, capitalism.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing is that I read a rumor. Remember the Steam machine and the Steam frame? Something that they fucking announced like last year and was supposed to come out in spring? Yeah. Remember that? Well, apparently from a recent message that I read on the GBA Temp mod chat, it's going to come out this summer. Sometime this summer. Like Valve are still planning to ship units. Apparently, the units are already here in the US and they're going to be ready out by sometime this summer. Nobody knows when. And here's the thing. Speaking about Summer Game Fest, what I was expecting and what a lot of people were expecting was that Valve was going to announce like the Steam machine, like the release date and whatnot, alongside with the biggest fucking launch title of all time, Half-Life 3. And Geoff Keighley, who's been a big friend of Gabe Newell for decades now, people were speculating that guy was going to, present it on Summer Games Fest. It did not happen, unfortunately. And what pisses me off is this guy, Geoff Keighley. I follow him on Twitter. He posted the final announcement on this year's Summer Game Fest is going to be a narrative-driven story game, like a single-player narrative-driven. Because last year he was like, "Oh, we're gonna have a big announcement this year, big announcement." And it was High Guard or something like that, some kind of multiplayer bullshit. And this year he's like, "Nope."
Nice.
This time, it's going to be big. It's going to be a story-driven. And everybody's thinking Half-Life 3. Story-driven narrative.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Kingdom Hearts 4. Fuck it. Kingdom Hearts 4 would have been good. You know what? Wait, did they announce that already?
No. Well, yes, they did. They did announce it already. They announced it years and years ago. And then nothing. You go to the Kingdom Hearts subreddit, and we're all just waiting. We're all just coping. We're like, this will be our year. We're going to get an announcement. And then the rest of us are putting on our clown makeup.
It's funny. I feel like every franchise, like every fandom was like, Summer Games Fest is where they're going to announce our game. Because you had the Steam people being like, this is going to be the new Half-Life. You had the Kingdom Hearts people being like, this is it. Sega's been teasing so much stuff, and everyone's like, new Sonic games coming out. And then you get to Summer Games Fest, and I don't know. Does no one realize that, like, Geoff Keighley's the biggest hack fraud that's ever invented anything? Because every single time, single time, I've done this for years, I sit 3 hours through his garbage shows, and he's like, oh my gosh, look, it's High Guard, look, it's Forspoken, oh boy, watch out, big reveal. Nothing. It's never anything good. Everyone's always like, oh, I can't wait for the Summer Games Fest. This is where real games are going to be announced. No, never. Learn it now. The biggest title drop from this Summer Games Barf Fest was like Attack on Titan 3.
That's not true.
That's not true. This is significantly better than the Sony one. So, yeah.
That's just because there were less women.
Oh no, okay. Well, I guess we haven't really talked about the games yet, but it does have one man in it.
It's got Stellar Blade, which is a good game with a woman because the woman is naked and you can see your butt.
Just spoiled. Just got to go in order.
No, we don't.
We got to go in chronological order because we got to save the single player JRPG for last because that's obviously the big one. That's
Who said it was a JRPG? Come on, Eric, get it together.
The single player narrative driven story from Japan,
which is actually a third installment. If you think about it, so maybe Geoff.
But we can't say what it is. We can't say what it is yet because the audience doesn't know. It's not Kingdom Hearts 4, but it kind of is if you think about it.
It kind of isn't.
There was no thread on GBA Temp, so no one knows what it was, actually. We're breaking the news.
What? It's up now.
Yeah, Scarlet. Shout out to Scarlet Bell, one of our most esteemed Mag staff members.
Who refuses to go on a 4 a.m. podcast. By the way, now it's 5:11. So, yeah.
It reminds me of that tragedy.
Oh, yeah. Alan John's over here like, I've never been in New York. Now he's over here talking about 5:11. I see you holding in your laughter, my friend. You know what? You do your fucking like laugh track thing like out of nowhere, but then when there's like a good thing, you just yeah. Come on, thank you.
I can't find it. I forgot where the buttons are. Honestly. Okay, so do we start with the big reveal that, I don't know if this was the first one. I did not watch this shit. I just woke up and read the GBA temp because it was like at 2 a.m. or something. I'm not going to waste my time on a weekend night, just waking up at 2 a.m. and just doing bullshit. I'm not that kind of guy.
My alarm was set for 3:30. I TikToked for 30 minutes and then I jumped on here and then I was like, hey guys, I can't get my microphone to work.
Yeah. But here's what's crazy. Here's what games they announced. Resident Evil Veronica. Now this is very interesting. I'll tell you why. Now they're making a game. Capcom is making a game about the girl who stalked me last year. Her name was Veronica as well. And I think this is what they're making the game about. She used to stalk me on Instagram. She kept liking my posts and whatnot. She followed me to my job at my work, at my hospital. They're making a game about it. I watched the trailer. It's kind of weird. It's set in Paris. I've never been to Paris. Maybe Veronica has been in Paris. I don't know, but I've never played a Resident Evil game in my life, but apparently they're talking about things that happened in my personal life. So I'm going to play this one. I'm just going to go in, no context. I'm not even going to watch a YouTube video about what happened, setting this up. I think this is the first game, right? Chronologically, it takes place. No?
So, all right. So for those of you who are just listening with audio and not video, fuck you. But I am currently, I have glasses.
That's everybody. You just said fuck you to everyone. We're not recording this on video.
Oh, we're not? Then what's the point? All right. So just I have to paint this scene based on what Alan John just said. I have glasses on and they're slightly lower than the bridge of my nose. So I am taking my middle finger in anime style and pushing my glasses up because I'm preparing to say something. All right. So picture that. Okay. Everybody see that I did that? Okay. Actually, Alan John, this is a remake of an older Resident Evil game. This is not a brand new game. Your Veronica may herself be a tyrant. You see, that's a reference to Resident Evil 2 for those of you who don't know Tyrant stalks them. This game takes place after, and I had to Googleize this, after Resident Evil 3. So what you should do is you should play Resident Evil 1, 0, 2, 3, then this, and then you can play 4, and then you have to fucking stop because you have to wait till they remake 5 and 6 before you can play those, and then you can't play 7 until you play 5 and 6. But no, they are connected. You know why? Because 5 takes place earlier than 6, takes place earlier than 7.
Wow.
That's how numbers work. Now, Veronica is my understanding 3.5. Okay, so I know I said start with 1 and then do 0. I apologize. You should play 0. Now I'm baiting people. 0, 1, 2, 3, this, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you know why 6 was afraid of 7? Because 6, 7. 8, 9. Nice.
Anyways, here's the thing. Resident Evil, right? Why did the remake start at 2? Like, I want to get into this. I have a physical copy of Resident Evil 2, and I wasn't able to finish it because it's just so scary. But here's the thing. How? Why are you starting this remake? Okay, I understand that the games are old. You don't have the system. You need to buy a system or use an emulator, whatnot. Okay, I want to play. I want to understand. I want to get into this world. But I have to start from 2. And 1, it does have a remake. I know about the remake, Eric. I can see you looking at me through the screen. But it's a GameCube exclusive.
No, it's not. There's a PS4 version of Resident Evil 1 and 0.
But it's a top-down. It's like tank controls, and
that's true. It definitely plays like tank controls, and you play and you're like, huh, tank controls. That sucks.
It sucks.
But they're out there. Now you know how I feel about Assassin's Creed. Like, fucking remake the first one. So people can start the series.
Hot take: Resident Evil 1 is still playable. Like, it's still playable. Assassin's Creed 1 is not playable. Fight me on that one. Assassin's Creed 1 is the worst thing. I don't know how it spawned a franchise.
Steven, what's your favorite Resident Evil female protagonist?
I've only played the first one, I think, the first and the fourth one. So I guess chill. I like the Resident Evil remake, but
he didn't play 0.
Yeah, it is really weird they haven't gone back and done like a newer style remake of that Resident Evil 1 remake again.
Watch it be the last one.
Well, because they're going to focus all their attention on 5 and 6, right? Right.
No, on 3.5 apparently.
Right.
Why? Oh, yeah. So why do you need 5 and 6 remade, but not 7, 8, and 9? 5 and 6 were on PS3 and 360. They're more recent games. They're already HD.
They're not.
Yeah. Well.
Sure they are.
Legally HD.
Yeah.
Technically HD. Because I want to play them on the PS5. I want to do it in the number order.
Exactly.
They already ruined it because I played 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now they're like, by the way, here's 3.5. I was like, why? I already played 4. I played 4. Now you're gonna make me go back, and it's just gonna. God, I'm just gonna it just ruins it. Soiled it. For our younger GBA Temp members, that's a SpongeBob reference.
I've never played SpongeBob.
Battle for Bikini Bottom.
I'm gonna battle for somebody's bottom tonight. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Mighty Cuphead Adventures. I didn't actually look at that.
Nobody did.
Yeah, nobody cared.
Is that the one they're making to the specs of like the Master System or something? Right?
What?
And I think they said you could play it like on an actual Master System. I don't know if they almost made it sound like they're making a physical cartridge, but I don't think they are. But I was reading about that.
That's crazy if it's actually playable on the Master System. Shout out Sega.
It is
still relevant. Though not of their own choices.
Well, still relevant. You know what, Sega? Where's my Sonic Adventure 3 and then my Sonic Adventure 3 Mighty Battle?
Well, okay. Eric, here.
Okay, go ahead.
So I don't have glasses to push up, but viewers, listeners, whatever you people are, please imagine I am pushing with my middle finger up the glasses. All right. If you really think about it, Sonic Unleashed in Japan is called Sonic World Adventure. And really, doesn't that just make it Sonic Adventure 3?
That's why it's such a shitty, janky game. You're
Exactly.
Right. Okay, there we go.
We've connected the dots.
This is my obligatory. I'm not a Sonic fan. I've only played almost all of the games.
Did you play Sonic Adventure DX and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle?
I sure did. Yes.
So do you need to wait for them to remake Sonic Unleashed so you can play that? Since you
I
already
need them
played
to
the expanded remake of 1 and 2?
I don't know if you guys have ever heard this before, but they should just fucking remake the Chow area. They just got to redo that. And you know what? If they do it, people will not be disappointed because it will live up to their expectations. The Chow Garden was perfect. There is no problems with it, and we will all be very happy. Mm-hmm. That's all that they have to do. It is not dated. It's basically Sega's version of Pokemon. Yeah, that's what they should have done. But instead, they're focusing on the
This
movies.
is really the anti-PS3 360 episode, apparently, because we've got Code Veronica, which was stuck on the Dreamcast and 360 and PS3. You got Sonic Adventure, also tragically stuck on the Dreamcast, PS3 and 360.
Yeah. And Assassin's Creed 1 stuck on the PS3 and 360 and PC, but who has one of those? Can't afford those these days. And Cuphead, which is apparently going to be stuck on the Master System. Is that what Steven said? Yeah, you have to buy a Master System.
Modern systems, but yeah, it's.
Oh, I thought that we had to buy a Master System or ask. Could you just get a ROM of it, Alan John? How does that work on GBAtemp.net?
ROMs are prohibited to share on GBAtemp.net. If I see any of you posting a ROM or sharing any illegal files, I will ban you from the website. Thank you.
This is why I hate the mods.
You know what?
Okay, right click, delete Code Veronica ROM, empty recycle bin. Okay, sorry, continue.
Every single remake they announced is available as a ROM. Isn't that crazy? Like, you can get Code Veronica as a ROM, and you know what else you can get as a ROM? Final Fantasy VII, which is, I don't know. This is the third time they're releasing it. What's going on?
Homeboy, you cut to the end. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the heck?
There's
Freaking
nothing
the Power
else.
World erasure.
What else?
No, that's
Power World.
no, dude. Hold on. Shut up, Steven, what are your thoughts on Alien Isolation 2?
All
right, moving on.
Isolation 2.
Nobody really cares. All right, Control. Res.
Wait a minute. What about Tupac being in the next Yakuza game?
I saw that. What the fuck is that?
I have no fucking idea.
It made no sense.
He just shows up, right? And it's just credited as Tupac. And then they asked Snoop Dogg why he's in it, and he just said it made sense to put him in this game because his likeness and his spirit still lives on. What? And I feel like it was so connected to what we're doing. What do y'all think?
Why is Snoop Dogg in charge of Tupac's estate?
I don't know. It's Snoop Dogg and Snoop Dogg's son are in charge of his estate, I guess. Or no, they're working with his estate. I don't know.
They licensed it. They paid to license Tupac's existence from his estate.
Why is he in a Yakuza game?
Is it a Yakuza game? Is Stranger Than Heaven another Yakuza game? Or is it a spin-off like that other one was from the studio? Gosh, that one also had like a Judgment, yes.
Oh, I read it was a Yakuza prequel, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's weird because, I mean, they've dropped the Yakuza from the franchise, so now it's like a dragon, so maybe Stranger Than Heaven is just like...
So does it take place in the 90s? We're kind of limiting yourself with the timeline with Tupac.
Unless it's Tupac's likeness playing a character.
Oh yeah.
Is this the weird game that the studio announced, like, that was like set? I thought it was set in the 40s. I feel like they talked about this before.
So it's a Japanese American moves back to Japan, and it takes place over the course of 50 years.
What the fuck?
Wait a minute. According to what I'm reading, it starts in 1915 and goes until 1965. So when the fuck?
What is Tupac doing there?
Yeah, no.
Tupac's a time traveler.
Tupac's likeness is being used for a character named Amaru.
What?
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense when you think about it.
It just made sense for what they're doing, you know? What do y'all think?
Is it that's what they did with Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? They're like, all right, so Japanese setting, let's do this character. It just makes sense. What do y'all think?
You're treading on thin water, Eric. You should
Possibly the only worse thing than having a woman in your game.
Oh my! We're not getting into that.
No, okay, yeah.
Listen. We need some of those people here on the podcast. So, Eric just dropped his phone.
Eric just dropped dead thinking about all the GBA temp comments from the Assassin's Creed Shadows thread.
Is my microphone? Nope, my microphone's working. We're good.
That's all that matters.
So, Pal World.
You forgot about Monster Hunter Wilds Ascensions.
Eric, please.
There's DLC to Monster Hunter Wilds. How disappointing was that? None of you guys played it. I played it. Monster Hunter Wilds was all right. It wasn't as good as World. And now they're basically doing the Ice Break Sundown version of it, where they're just like, hey, we're going to add new stuff to the game. And a little bit too late, except unless they add another platinum trophy, in which case I am going to be forced to go back to Monster Hunter Wilds, where I have a friend who is a super duper uber Monster Hunter fan. So I just follow her around and I let her kill all of the monsters for me, and I say thank you. That's how I beat Monster Hunter Wilds, is I just followed her and I was like, help, 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 help.
You mean that's not how you play Monster Hunter?
That's how I played it.
That's the only right way to play it.
Yeah, I was like, please, please, please. And then they're like, hey, how about you go over there because we're only allowed to die 3 times and you've already died twice. And I'm like, okay, I'll just stand over here.
With your little dunce cap.
Yeah, like, okay, you got it.
Also from the show that wasn't covered, I don't think in the GBA temp thread, or maybe it was, so the TMNT game, The Last Ronin, that they're trying to adapt, and like that project died, and then no one wanted to talk about the fact that it was probably dead and canceled, and then all of a sudden it was back at Summer Games Fest, and they were like, hey, actually, this game is definitely alive and definitely coming out, guys. We don't have any footage to show you. But now it's been transferred from THQ.
But here's Tupac as Donatello.
What y'all think about that?
What do y'all think?
Honestly, that would have been more exciting. But now Platinum is in charge of the Last Ronin game and not THQ. Or THQ Nordic, sorry, this isn't 2008.
Yeah,
THQ is dead.
I don't remember. Yeah, THQ. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Spider-Man, they did the old Spider-Man, didn't they?
I think
I don't remember.
It wasn't great, and so that usually narrows it down to THQ published it.
Yes. How about that? What are y'all's thoughts on that?
Oh my god, I'm running out of storage. What the fuck?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, just buy more.
Just delete all the ROMs.
I need to
backed up on
delete
GBA
something
temp.
like right now, or else the podcast recording is going to stop. This is why is this happening right now? This is.
So you're insulting everyone about their microphones, but you couldn't get your NVMe right.
I don't even know
You're
what
fucking 1 gig hard drive running your PC.
Just delete Dark Souls.
Are
I
you
don't
supposed
need
to?
it.
It's not even on a computer.
Don't delete any of our old recordings. You're supposed to keep that in storage for up to 7 years, or at least that's what you're. Yeah.
Yeah, you have all the individual tracks from every episode, right?
No, I don't.
Because I definitely don't.
Here's what's interesting is that when I was trying to gain access back to the podcast on Spotify, one of the things is like, okay, can you send us like an original file name for any of your podcasts? And I'm like, fuck.
No.
I don't have any of them. Like I've got, how do I prove I could just talk to you like on Discord and you can recognize my voice? But anyways, I found one and it was podcast 95.
That's the one that we just did.
No, did we? Wait, no, we did 96. 95 was the previous one, the one that was 5 years before. And I found it was just sitting on my hard drive. I was like, is it episode podcast 95.mp3? They're like, you can see them typing, and they're typing for like a good minute. They're like, yep, checks out. Here's your password. Here's access to the Tempcast. Congratulations.
Nice.
That's how Alan John saved the Tempcast. I don't know what to delete. Yeah.
I don't know how to delete my files.
While Alan John is screaming in a panic. So, Steven, in an attempt to get you to actually speak, at Summer Games Fest, they announced a Saw video game.
I saw that. It's another like asymmetrical horror game, which Saw is like the worst horror franchise for that. And also they try one of these every, I don't know, 2 to 3 years, it feels like, and all of them except Dead by Daylight die off immediately.
Yeah, they all drop dead. What I thought was like really bizarre is that this is set after World War I or World War II.
What? All I saw was that on. I didn't get a chance to look into it more. What is
the Steam page says set in the grim aftermath of World War I, Saw Genesis allows you to play on either side of a 3v1 confrontation.
What?
So, Saw, historically known for taking place after World War I.
It was in 2004, which is after World War I. So.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Technically, this is after World War I, correct?
You know, Saw takes place on 5/11.
Oh
9/11. There's a point where they grab a cell phone and its date on the cell phone says 9/11 on it for some reason.
Oof. It was Jigsaw the whole time.
He did it. Did they like accidentally release the wrong press release with the title Saw Genesis? That makes no fucking sense.
I like to think that they went to ChatGPT and they were like, can you generate a 3v1 asymmetrical horror game? And then they just like spun the wheel and they're like, what horror franchise is it this time?
Saw.
And they landed on Saw and they were like, sure, we don't care. We're delisting this in 6 months. We don't care.
They should have done Scream. It's just like
taking place after the Holocaust.
I was going to say the Revolutionary War, but okay.
Why are you guys laughing at that? That was a tragedy.
The Revolutionary War was not a tragedy.
It was for Great Britain.
Boom. Yeah. The War of what did they call it? What did they call it? The
War of 1812.
Oh no, that happened after. That there's a
the War of 1812. I think is Saw 4.
Oh,
oh, thank goodness you've got the timeline in check.
That is so fucking weird, man. Saw doesn't fit that kind of game anyway. I don't know why they keep making those games. Have any succeeded at all, except for Dead by Daylight? Like, the Friday the 13th one hung around for a while, but I never, it wasn't getting content because of legal issues, and it died off not long ago. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre one died immediately. It might still be going, but again, they're not doing new content or anything. The Evil Dead one is dead. That barely lasted a second. I'm really disappointed too, because I was looking forward to the Saw game that Lionsgate announced, and if it's this shit, that sucks.
I'm pretty sure they prefaced it by being like, next up on stage from Lionsgate.
Yeah.
So I think this is that project they announced, which is weird because they already had 2 really crappy single-player Saw games. As Geoff Keighley would say, single-player, story-driven narrative adventure.
If he had ended the Summer Games Fest on the Saw Genesis, it would have been incredible. Saw Genesis Fest.
Set in the aftermath of Summer Games Fest.
Alan John, you doing okay? You look very scared.
The thing is, I was remembering me playing Resident Evil 2. No, the thing is, I figured out why I'm out of storage space. I have like 5 Fruity Loops Studio installers, and they're all like 1 gigabyte. So that's why.
Oh no, he's got 5 gigabytes.
Oh my
gosh. This podcast episode was recorded in 1993.
Recorded in the grim aftermath
of World War I.
Recorded in the grim aftermath of installing Fruity Loops.
I'm begging you, just delete Common Apps / Steam. Just do it, Alan John.
You know what's funny is if we were recording this 4 years ago, we would. It's like 5 gigabytes, but now it's like dude, gigabytes are actually that's precious now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It is a little bit.
Don't use your gigs.
Don't shit talk gigabytes. The gigabytes are my homies.
We are
What
back
do y'all
in
think?
1993.
Okay, now that Steven's left, now we can finally talk about. No, wait. How do I not see him, but I can hear him? How does that work?
Because I have a wireless headset.
That's crazy for 1993.
Speaking of 1993,
I'm still here.
Final Fantasy VII got announced.
Wait, Attack on Titan 3.
No.
Okay.
Actually, low key, Attack on Titan 2 was pretty alright. I reviewed it. I think it was like a 7 out of 10. Let's
Nice.
go.
Oh wow, same score as Breath of the Wild. I see.
Yeah, same score as your microphone you're using. That sounds really, really
Boom.
quality.
Roasted.
Boom. Yeah, toasted. Pal World.
I can't
that's
wait,
Pokemon,
actually.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's just literally Pokemon. Like, Nintendo released it on PlayStation 5, really caused waves. It was great for the gaming industry.
Oh yeah.
It was really, my favorite part was when Nintendo came out and made an official statement saying that they were removing female characters from the game.
Oh, thank God. And female Palman.
Yeah.
No more Palman girls. Yeah.
Anyway, Final Fantasy VII.
Wait, Stellar
What are we
Blade
waiting
Blood
for?
Rain.
Wolf Among Us 2 getting announced for the 3rd fucking time?
Wait, Hitman 1 through 3. Wait, Avatar JRPG is not coming out.
Wait, they announced the game that's not coming out? Guess what we're not making?
That's the quality of Geoff Keighley.
They announced it a long time ago. They're like, never mind. Which is what I feel like they're going to do with Kingdom Hearts 4. But here's the thing. Now, there's been one thing that's been holding Kingdom Hearts 4 back, and it's a particular franchise called Final Fantasy. Guys, did you know that there was Final Fantasy VII Revelation was announced?
Excuse me, it's Final Fantasy VII Part 3 Revelation.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true. That is true. That's true. That is true. You're correct. That's true. True. It's true. Correct, to be honest. Yes. If we're being technical. And there's a girl in it. There used to be 2 girls, but now there's only 1 girl.
What happened to the other girl?
She had to go home.
Spoilers?
No, she had to go home to her house.
Didn't Sephiroth kill her?
No.
It's 1993. We haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
I'm still playing Final Fantasy 2 on the Super Nintendo.
And just after I finished Cuphead and Mighty Adventure.
Yeah. She's fine in Kingdom Hearts. I mean, like, you know, she showed up in Melody and Memories.
You sound like one of the people complaining about the God of War game. She's fine in Kingdom Hearts. Damn.
See, this is why Japanese games are better.
Yeah, exactly. They get it.
You know, so for those of you who don't remember or know, I spent a period of 2 years playing nothing but Final Fantasy games, and I played all of them except for the 7 remakes. So I didn't play 7 remake or 7. Wait, hold
7
on.
remake part 2.
Yes, yeah. Which was wait. Why can't I remember that? What that's called? The fuck was that called? Rebirth. Yeah, but then there's like remake integrate, right? But that's just the first one, but ported, right?
Yeah.
I think it had like a DLC chapter added too.
Okay.
So
Anyway,
the
I didn't
parts of
play
the
that.
remake have DLC added.
Oh, sorry. No, I played them all except for the Final Fantasy ones because my idea was, or how do I put that? Except for the Final Fantasy remakes because I wanted to play all 3 of those in a row because, it's like, why am I going to wait 7, so many years between these titles? I'm just going to do it all one by one by one. And now it's starting to occur to me now that I am much more of an adult with much more of a job and much more responsibilities that I am 1000% going to immediately get burned out trying to play 3 of those RPGs at once. I still don't know how I did get burned out when I did 18 of them. Wait, 19, 18, wait, 16, 17. Yeah. I played 18 Final Fantasies in a row when I didn't have these responsibilities, and that fucking was a lot of work. And now I can't even imagine doing it with these 3.
How quickly did you get burned out?
You know what? Originally, my goal was to get it done in 9 months. It ended up taking me 18 months.
So like by the 3rd or 4th game, were you burned out and just like not wanting to do it?
Well, no, because a lot of the 1 through 6 were pretty not that complicated. It wasn't until 9 where I was like, okay, this is getting to be a little too much.
So it sounds like it wasn't even playing the games. It was like grinding for the trophies and everything. Because I know like 10, I tried to get the platinum on, and it was really grindy and just like
the most technically the most grindiest one was definitely 14. The hardest was 9. And 10 had a handful of hard ones, but it wasn't nearly as bad or as grindy as 9. 15 just wasn't fun. But actually what really held up my process was 10 too, even though I liked it, but at that point I was like, I need a nap. I need a break. So I had
couldn't play a game starring 3 girls.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Yeah.
Crack the code.
Technically, that's it. I was like, I can't relate to these people. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to playing my Atelier games. What were you saying? You said something, and then I cut you off, and I should never cut off Steven because then he'll just not talk anymore.
Exactly. I was so terrified you were going to cut me off the whole time. I never talked, and then it came true. I was just going to say...
Anyway, before that... No, I'm just kidding.
No, it wasn't even a point worth making. It's just we were talking about which of the Final Fantasy VII Remake games you'd played, and I was just saying it's weird that they went out of their way to give them all the most generic subtitles of like Rebirth, Revelations, and like all the subtitles that a million things have had.
Revelation is a very weird, because I know that they're trying to go with the R, but Resolution, just call it Final Fantasy.
That's the 4th game.
Oh, there's only going to be 3.
That's what you think.
That's the DLC.
That's the Revelation. Is there's a 4th one?
Oh my gosh.
God. Or unless they're doing like a Bible thing where they're like, yes, the final book in the Bible is Revelation. Is it? I think so. I don't know. Where my Catholics at?
I had a Bible here somewhere. Wait, let me check it.
Do you really?
Yeah. I read it every day. You don't?
Oh. Yeah, of course I do.
Think?
It's under his Dark Souls Prima guide and medical textbook and friggin' 8 Brandon Sanderson books that are 8 feet thick. I saw you pull that out. You saw Eric be like, anyway, Final Fantasy, and you were like, could not
I wasn't even
care
looking.
less.
I was so in my own world, I didn't realize that Alan Judd stopped to read a book.
It's better than playing on your phone.
He's like this fucking Eric Sander guy. Oh, we brought up Final Fantasy. I'm gonna take a break. Nobody bring up Kingdom Hearts.
Please don't.
You know what's funny, Alan John? You got the 3 biggest bubsters on the pod now.
The what?
We could talk about Bubs. You have the 3 biggest bubsters, the Bubsy fans.
Yeah. Speaking of Bubsy, no Bubsy game was announced, which is a good thing.
Bubsy 3 remake part 3.
Revelation.
I think that one of these days they're going to remake the Game Boy one.
Was
Oh,
that not in
good.
the Bubsy
Yes.
collection?
It is.
It was.
But that's not a
They gotta-
remake. They
They
got to
gotta
remake
remake
it. Yes. Gosh. Finally.
anyone-
Finally, we're talking about good games.
We spent so long trying to jump ahead to Final Fantasy VII Remake and haven't actually said anything about it. Did anyone have a
It
point
exists.
to it?
That's all we can say about it. Does anyone here care about Final Fantasy VII?
Yes.
Like, I know Eric cares
I've never
about...
played a single Final Fantasy game. Never.
You know what, Alan John? Here, let me tell you about each one. Okay, so Final Fantasy 1. Here, you can get out your little book if you want. This has become the Final Fantasy podcast. Please don't. I'm not. Wait, no. Everybody's getting books. No, everybody. Wait, Krista doesn't even have a book. What is that?
I'm reading the instruction manual for Aladdin on the Sega Genesis.
Nice. Oh, Alan John just busted out Eragon.
All I have is a Kindle. Wish I could show a cover.
I see. How do you like Eragon?
How to Train Your Dragon.
I am willing to reread this because it's been like 15 years since I read this. This was probably my first fantasy novel of all time. What the fuck did I just say? First fantasy novel of all time? What the fuck is wrong with me?
First fantasy?
First
Speaking of the first fantasy game, so the thing is you start out. There's 4 warriors of light, okay, and there's this character Chaos, who, by the way, he comes back in a later game that takes place before the first game. It's called Strangers of Paradise, and I know I said earlier that I played every Final Fantasy game. I didn't play Strangers of Paradise because I didn't play a lot of the offshoots. I only played the numbered series and the spin-offs of the ones that were from the numbered series. So I did play 10-2, and I also played 13-2 and Lightning Returns. What?
That's not a spin-off, that's a sequel. Resident Evil 2 isn't a spin-off of Resident Evil 1.
Correct. I played the sequels to the numbered games, except for I didn't play the sequel to 12 because that was Revenant Wings, which is for the Nintendo DS, but I did play that a long time ago. And I didn't like it, so I didn't replay it this time. Oh, what's this Stephen King book that you're reading? Is that it? He's reading it, and he went straight to that chapter that they were too cowardly to include in the anime.
Speaking of sexual book scenes, Stan actually has one of the best well-written rape scenes of all time, and it doesn't even.
Is that the Trash Can Man?
The Trash Can. Steven knows what I'm talking about.
I read that in like 6th grade. That shit was scarring.
It's insane. I still remember it vividly. Like Stephen King, he should not be allowed to write this kind of shit because he's got a good writing style. He's a good author, and you're not allowed to write that kind of shit because I can visualize it perfectly what I'm reading, and I don't want to visualize that. I don't want to see what that guy with a revolver is doing with that poor homeless man. Who then he's the most tragic part of this book. Like the way he fucking dies is by just blowing up a nuke. Sorry, spoilers for book that came out 30 years ago.
It came out in 1993, this year.
It just came out.
Spoilers for book. Well, great. Now I can throw out my Kindle. I had a book spoiled.
Also, Alan John, did you open straight to that chapter? Is that what that was?
I can't. No, it's a big book. It's really thick. You know what else is big and thick? This podcast.
I don't see a bookmark. That means he has the page number memorized.
I don't. It's 697, but no. This podcast has been going on for 3 hours. I'm going to have to edit it down to 1.
Has it been going on for that? No, it has. You got me fucked up, Alan John.
If you take out all the relevant topics, you can cut this podcast down to 30 seconds.
True. Yeah, because everything was relevant.
So many good games announced. Man, I love gaming.
That's our sign off every week.
It's like, man, I love gaming.
Man, I love gaming. What do y'all think?
What else is there? Is that it? Oh, 3 beans. I just think that's a funny thing to say. We got a 3DS emulator called
What?
3 beans.
We broke Alexander by insulting Kingdom Hearts too many times and talking about
because
the
I'm not
Resident
making that
Evil
up.
playlist.
Low level 3DS emulator, 3 beans. Like we're all gonna play 3 beans, right?
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. It's cool that there's a new 3DS emulator. Like 3DS emulation has been getting very, very good lately. I think you can now play the 3DS on a Steam Deck, which is cool. I think there's also like emulators now for the original Nintendo Switch, which is great. The 3DS is a very underrated system. I think I have one 3DS, but I need more. It's one of those systems that, like, yeah, I have an original 3DS, but I need like a new 3DS. You know what I mean?
Bye, Krista.
Chris has just left. Anyways. Oh,
no. She's getting out her fucking... Oh, pull out the stylus.
Why is she holding it like that?
Fat chance. I was reading it like a book. Like it was a Stephen King novel. It was a reference.
I don't get it.
If you want a do you have a Magnum revolver near you?
I'm Texan.
Of course she's got a Magnum revolver.
Well,
with the serial codes scratched off.
Here's another Stephen King reference you can do. What else do I have? Yeah, I'm just gonna try to stand up and not pull out the headphone cord. I'm just gonna see if I can. No, I gotta take.
If
off
he pulls
my
out the headphone cord, that's our sign off.
No. Wait, I'm gonna take off my headphones. Just make sure you don't say any nasty things about me. Okay, I'm taking them off.
Okay.
Quick, Eric, talk about the Kingdom Hearts timeline.
All right, so all right. I don't know if we have enough time. All right, so now that Alan John's not here, all right, we can finally talk about him. I love that guy. He is so cool. Alan John is just the best dude I've ever met, and I don't have the courage. He does. He works really hard, and like, you know, he's a doctor, and he comes and he does the podcast. I with the dynamic that I have with him, I don't want him to know how much like I deeply, truly respect him. So I have to wait for him to walk away so that I can talk about just how great he is. Also, I just don't understand the wallpaper. Like, what is going on with his room?
I don't understand his chair. Like, that thing jumped right out of his grandma's house, I think.
Yeah.
That is some weird grandma gamer shit.
Oh, hey, Alan John. Sorry, I was just shit talking you because you're a piece of garbage.
Oh, let's go. He got his book.
Yeah, this is an OG. This is an Ambassador edition, black, Cosmo
Ambassador.
Black. 3DS.
I love the Alabaster 3DS.
You know, back in my day, my Fairly Odd Parents Cosmo was white.
That's probably like some kind of racist reference, so I'm not going to comment it at all.
You know what I want to comment on? I want to talk about time versus gold, maximizing your productivity in modern World of Warcraft. Can we talk about that?
No, I want to talk about Ace Attorney. That's actually relevant. That's something that people have actually wanted to care about in their lives, unlike Attack on Titan 3 and Final Fantasy 7 3.
Look, they call me Ace Attorney Eric for a reason.
This thing has been in my drawer on my... I haven't turned it on for years, and the battery is still at full. It's full. Battery's full. That's insane. That's quality. Nintendo
I
should
can't
make
see
more.
what Chris is showing us.
Damn! Did you hear
that's
that?
a Game Boy Advance.
That's a
This
Game
thing has
Boy
not been
Advance.
charged in like.
Got him. That's a GBA Temp mod Advance.
No, oh, it's got the GBA
Oh my god,
Temp sticker.
it is a GBA Temp logo.
Why
What
does
the
it say
hell?
my
What is
initials
this?
there? Why are my initials there? What the fuck?
You made this GBA.
This is crazy.
Oh, can it run Alien, John?
Why the fuck is there
Oh
a
my
software update for Mario Kart 7?
It's probably to ban hackers.
I got the best. I got the Anbernic RG Vita.
Oh, let's go, RG
Let's
Vita.
go. This is I like how it's an Android.
None of our listeners are going to be able
Yeah,
to
well,
see this.
you know what? That's what they get for not. Oh, look at my most recently played game, Booze Fury.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh man, speaking of that, that's actually something I wanted to bring up on the podcast. There's someone on Reddit claiming that they're working on a like quality of life version ROM hack for DBZ Legacy of Goku 2.
Quality for Legacy of Goku 2. That's the one that doesn't need it. We need Legacy of Goku 1 to get just. All right, we're gonna remake Legacy of Goku 1.
That's a write-off. That is a write-off, man. No one can fix. No amount of ROM hacking can fix Legacy of Goku 1. At least
True.
take some of the grinding out of 2.
Yeah, 2 was really grindy unless you're fast forwarding.
Oh, but
Yeah.
that would be if you're emulating it, not playing it on original hardware.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, we don't emulate here on GBAtemp.net.com.
Of course.
What is Marvel Rivals Boost and how does it work, guys?
Are you just reading ads?
Tempbot,
No.
is that you?
I just want to know how competitive players approach progression in Rainbow Six Siege.
Isn't this the document with the topic list you sent? These are all the
Yeah,
things we planned to talk about today.
Exactly. It's like, come on, guys. We have to. I don't understand why there's no comments on any of those posts.
I think that's by design.
I think they answer the question so thoroughly, no one has anything left to say. It's just a solid piece of reporting.
Yeah.
Unbiased Tempbot.
Oh, GBA Temp broke. Oh. Alan John banned me.
Oh my gosh, you shared the Code Veronica ROM.
Oh, yeah.
You had one job.
It really did break for me. Okay, well, it is that time of day. Oh nope, I just don't have internet.
Oh,
You still talking to us?
How are we talking to you
that's
then?
because we're all in the office
Oh,
together.
Duh.
It's this recording
Locally.
studio located in Austin, Texas, right next to Joe Rogan.
Austin. Ew.
Houston?
Yes.
Where
There
do you
go.
live, Krista? Can you tell
Oh,
Did Eric
Eric
just-
actually did die.
Krista, where exactly do you live? Can you just tell all of our listeners where you live?
Oh, I'd love to. But you'll have to tune into the next episode of the Tempcast to find out.
I mean, we all know how much they hate girls, so don't bother telling them. They wouldn't be interested.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this week's Tempcast, the official, the original GBA 10 podcast, the only GBA 10 podcast. If you see any other GBA 10 podcasts, please ban them from the
back.
website. Eric Sander just came back.
I'm back. And guess what? I didn't stop recording, so we're good. It's like nothing ever happened. I'm having my internet people come out to fix my intermittent internet turning off. Oh God, it's 6 o'clock and my alarm just went off. It's time for me to wake up. Why did we do this again? Krista, why did we have to do this again? Why is it so early?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Wait, this is Krista's fault?
Yeah. She's like, this is the only time that works. And it's like,
Yeah.
how?
What?
Because if I do anything past 6 in the morning,
Oh,
That's not an explanation. That makes no sense. What? How?
no,
what are you doing?
I understand.
I don't. I
understand.
Could you explain it to me?
no.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to this year's episode of the Tempcast, the official GBA Temp podcast. If you see any other podcasters popping up, report them to me personally. I will ban them. Thank you guys so much for listening, and good night. Bye.
Bye. You're
gonna get this copyright strike.